Isolation doesn't haunt me anymore. 寄り添ったようは聞こえ fading gently in the glow as the upward streaking cadence teaches what I need to know. Through the whisper coded skyline pouring stillness through my thoughts. Every hidden hesitation slides beneath the lines that wrought. Each heavy night shown its got quietly lifted in the tone, and the sweeping arcs of resonance give the night a gentle throne. Running upward with the clarity I buried long ago. Every flicker of confusion learns to shift its final glow. 続くみそかねthe young bow softly forming in the air as the multi-laden synth flow paints my posture from despair. I don't shrink when echoes flicker from the edges of my past. Every tone inside the measure helps me hold my balance fast. Karamata catch kansai wander outward in the heat, and the depth of rising cadence guards my wavering heart's retreat. Hidden fade along my frame. Every step within the rhythm calls that quiet spark by name. Ikibanai who on ma dissolving to the floating sky, and the luminous acceleration helps the lust of tension die. Feel the broader waves of solids gliding softly through my ribs. Every step within the rhythm calls that quiet spark by name. Ikibanai who on ma dissolving to the floating sky, and the luminous acceleration helps the lust of tension die. Feel the broader waves of solids gliding softly through my ribs. Every step within the rhythm quivers in the tone, and the rising flow of purpose makes its contours clearly known. Softly stirring in the tone as the harmonizing textures claim a piece. I thought undone. I don't falter when the echoes from the day return to speak. Every resonating moment helps me find the strength I seek. Yoari kimi na ishi demo melt into the flowing air. The pattern surging presence wipes the weight of old despair. Lift the saddle waves of pressure trailing faintly down my spine. Every beat inside the sequence makes the fading dusk align. Doji komateta kankabu ga rising lightly in the beat as the swirling threads of synth push me firmly to my feet. left the final scraps of sorrow clinging faintly in my chest. Every luminous vibration nudges them to take a rest. Foot domain asari demo blur beneath the threaded hum as the upward sense expansion keeps my weary fears undone. Feel the gentle transformation as it settles in my hands. Every spark of forward leaning slowly strengthens, slowly stands. Cause I need to cut that kokai mo fit across the widening sky, and the climbing lines of resonance reshape the reasons why. Breaking through the last divisions where my doubts once made a home. Every folded apprehension finds a lighter monochrome. Inhalas and I tell me softly thins and falls aside as the drift of sonic current keeps my motive amplified. Give the hint of muted courage tugging softly at my stride. Every pulse that forms around me brings alignment from inside. Hoodie was so that to Nozomi got glowing fresh within the sound, and the slow but certain rhythm holds my feet above the ground. Through the far repose of evening, wrapping silver on the scene, every fraction of confusion starts dissolving, growing clean. Miyanaka Tami rises softly, calls me into sight, and the measured pulse ascension draws me upward through the night. Running steady with the sureness I believed had disappeared. Every quiet, fragile whisper sounds more certain than I feared. Kokoro no oku no yokan rising with the deepened tone, and the amplified progression shows the path that is my own. As the muted glow of nightscape settles gently in my sight, every distant hesitation starts dissolving in the light. Karamari ga kitashi Kimmopai quietly regains its pace, and the softly rising rhythm clears the static from this place. Lift the shallow threads of pressure resting hidden in my chest. Every trembling recollection finds a momentary rest. Okizari no choso sura melt beneath the humming air as the steady waves of motion scatter fragments of despair. Through the quiet spread skyline brushing silver on my skin, every fractured indecision folds itself and fades within. Oh no takata negai goto humming faintly in the beat, and the glowing synth progression pulls me slowly to my feet. Running farther from the remnants, holding tight to earlier fear. Every latent sense of purpose starts to tug me gently near. No mi komi kirenu wholeness softly bends into the tone as the bright refracted cadence shapes a courage of its own. I don't falter when the murmurs of the day return to loom. Every resonating measure clears a deeper kind of room. I mind touching show softly breaks into the flow, and the vivid rimming pulses tell me what I need to know. Lift the softened shades of sorrow lingering along my ribs. Every minimal vibration loosens what the daylight grips. Yose atsumeta puan demo thin into the drifting breeze as the rising sonic motion smooths the chaos into ease. Feel the flowing warmth assemble in the space behind my spine. Every silent contradiction realigns within the light. Ikayo no nai negai quietly glows through the night, and the woven spectral pulses turn my weakness into might. Breaking slowly past the boundaries built from years of subtle strain. Every glimmering reflection soaks into the new terrain. Katakushi batta kibun sae unravel in the hum as the forward moving cadence dulls the ache that made me numb. Through the gentle crest of evening pressing softly on my chest, every faded inclination finds a space to decompress. No mi konda seri shifting frequency invites me into trust. すれ違った価値観も fall away within the beat as the restless upsweep timing keeps the guiding pattern sweet. Feel the vibrant forward motion settle deeply in my bones. Every echo of resistance starts collapsing in the tones. 噛みしめた孤独さえ drip beneath the color sky, and the soft internal radiance keeps the sinking fears alive. Breaking deeper through the silence, pouring softly from above. Every bit of hidden courage realigns with what I love. 見せきれぬ希望が trembling through the pulse design as the broad ascending wavelengths map a route I claim as mine. Lift the faintest edge of weakness still remaining in my stance. Every shifting stride of rhythm gives my certainty a chance. 絡み残った不穏が blur beneath the rising heat, and the rolling fields of cadence guide my pulse into its seat. Through the vast expanding nightscape tinged with hints of cobalt blue, every muted buried instinct stirs and whispers something true. まだ触れられぬ未来 softly shimmers in the ambient air, and the skyline shifting pulses draw me onward without care. Running freer with the clarity that evening tends to send. Every lingering hesitation starts to loosen, bend and bend. 解き放たれた感情 softly carries through the beat, and the Pulsebreaker Ascension we see. As the tinted dust reflection drapes its quiet on my skin, every worn out expectation starts collapsing from within. 血まんとしょんでた衝動が softly curling in the breeze, and the slow expanding rhythm pulls my heartbeat into ease. Lift the buried thread of pressure tucked away beneath my chest. Every flicker of uncertainty finds somewhere new to rest. 注文に続けた縮小 softly twisting through the tone as the luminous cadence gathers strength I thought unknown. Through the streaming shade of evening, brushing silver through my sight, every muted inclination starts to soften, growing light. ひそやかな願い事 gently warms within the beat. Running forward past the shadows that the long has let it crew. Every guarded hesitation finds a shape that feels more true. 飲み込めなかった本音 softly kindle in the air as the rising sonic framework lifts the remnants of despair. I don't stumble when the echoes of past pressure seep inside. Every subtle raving motion smooths the fracture in my stride. 息を潜めた気配 drifting lightly in the glow, and the weaving inner pulses coax my posture into flow. Lift the quiet shards of anguish sitting dormant near my ribs. Every low-grade contradiction gently shifts the truth it gives. 見失ってた余剰 even hums beneath the tones as the blooming chord suspension makes its presence fully known. Feel the warm internal flicker weaving softly down my spine. Every clouded recollection gently shifts to realign. 伝えきれなかった言語 softly growing in the beat, and the lucid tonal currents hold my grounding sure and sweet. Breaking gently past the silence that the older doubts once spread. Every flickering resistance loses strength and falls instead. 胸深くにファンダ even thinning in the air as the vibrant spectral cadence clears the dullness of despair. Through the broadening band of twilight sweeping calm across my frame, every hesitant expression learns to shed its lingering shame. 折り重なる感情さえ softly rising through the sound. Unsteady with assurance I believe to accept from me. Every anxious inclination fades and hums more quietly. 掴みたかった希望が loosely merging with the lets my weighted pulse release. Lift the faint but steady, longing, resting low within my breath. Every echo on the downbeat slows the remnants of past death. Horoni ga shodomara melt beneath the tempered air. As the tonal blooming upward gives my wandering focus care. Feel the streaks of newfound courage slowly rising through my ribs. Every muted line of insight gathers slowly where it lives. Surechiga daikasuka nanner softly blending with the beat. And the airy shifting textures make my footing feel complete. Breaking deeper through the spaces where my hope had grown too thin. Every slanted thought of weakness finds a place to tuck within. Fluid dahon shingle size softly brightens in the sound. A rising chord continuum shapes a path that feels unbound. Lift the final veil of tension, clinging gentle to my stride. Every pulse illumination filters shadows from inside. Ikuata nakata moi softly drift into the night. And the steady wave ascension paints their outlines clear and bright. Through the mellow wash of starlight pouring fragile on the road. Every small forgotten purpose slowly steps into reload. Marana monai me like a lightly humming in the air. And the Pulsewave continuum rises, carrying me from despair. Running upward with the calm and spark from everything I felt. Every folded old emotion finds a place where it can melt. Moon and Owakuni form negai softly dancing with the beat. And the gently rising rating leads me forward warm and sweet. As the fading shades of evening softly ripple through my mind, every distant recollection rearranges, redefined. Tokilega china kokusura gentle calms beneath the glow, and the subtle waves of rhythm tell me where I need to go. Lift the quiet lumps of tension pressing faintly in my chest. Every wavering resistance finds a momentary rest. I might at the Shinjumomo ease beneath the surging beat as the glowing bursts of cadence pull me firmly to my feet. Through the slanted sheets of twilight bending lightly in the sky, every muted line of worry drifts and slowly passes by. Katamate the shoulder oga softly fading into hue, and the weaving sonic textures show me past that feel brand new. Running further through the remnants of a day that strained my core. Every hesitant emotion loosens more than once before. Osae konda negai I flow into the tempered sound as the rising pitch progression breaks the weight that held me down. I don't tremble from the fragments of the fear I try to hide. Every notch within the rhythm steady something deep inside. Takeshi lit the show so demo melt into the open air, and the later rolling pulses drive away the thinning despair. Let the saddle dust of sorrow long embedded in my stance. Every quiet shift of tempo gives my weary will a chance. He gives it the Daki Haimo blur beneath the warming tone as the faint internal shimmer shapes a courage of its own. Feel the bright internal current travel softly through my spine. Every fragment of confusion filters out and realigns. Dasanakata omoi softly mixed within the flow, and the slow expanding brilliance makes the inward pressure slow. Breaking deeper through the echoes coated thick with older strain. Every side and inside blossoms as the tremors start to wane. Hana like a gift that Jonetsumo quietly reforms its shape as the glowing chord progression clears a broader inner space. Through the deepest hue of evening cooling softly overhead, every thought I once resisted shifts its color turning red. Misoteka keta yangaboga humming lightly through my veins, and the coasting vivid motions loosing years of hidden chains. Running upward with the balance that I struggle to recall. Every dim anticipation finds a reason not to fall. Tamerata daki breaking slowly past the thresholds where my confidence would fade. Every beat inside the moment forms a brand new accolade. 伝えられなかった声 softly rises in the draft, and the golden undertone of hope becomes my gentle craft. Lift the subtle reconstruction drifting softly through my stance. Every former misalignment finds a room to take a chance. 見渡して駆け引きでも brighten through the blooming tones. A luminous uplift pulses weave a strength that feels my own. The widening breath of evening stretching silver through the haze. Every pulse becomes a gesture lifting gently through the maze. まだ残るはの未来 softly humming in my chest, and the radiance of ascension urges me to do my best. Running through me with the clarity that nighttime tends to bring. Every buried intuition reawakens as I sing. 心奥のパスかな願い softly merges with the beat, and the rising flow of motion makes the fading doubts retreat. As the afterglow of twilight brushes soft against my mind, every scattered sense of heaviness begins to realign. 押し寄せた戸惑い softly fades into the mist, and the gently rising rhythm gives the darker thoughts a twist. Lift the quiet bands of tension, tugging faintly at my chest. Every ghost of old frustration slowly lays itself to rest. 言いそびれた言語 softly quivers in the beat, as the multi-layered motion draws me calmly to my feet. Through the spreading hues of evening stretching deep across my view, every trembling hesitation warms and shifts into something new. 溜め込んだ思考 like side blend gently with the sound, and the illuminated cadence lifts what's tipping toward the ground. Running further from the remnants of a day that bruised my sight, every wavering intuition starts to shimmer into bright. 胸奥の曖昧さ softly clearing in the tone, as the expanding waves of movement grant a strength I hadn't known. I don't pull back when the memories try to tighten in my skin. Every streaming note of rhythm lets a different calm begin. 寄り添った痛みでも drift beneath the colored air, and the soft internal pulse work gently mutes what once was there. Lift the trembling edge of sorrow hidden deep behind my ribs. Every subtle sonic ripple smooths the fractures where it leaves. 声にならぬ本能 softly hums across the night, as the pushing beam of frequency turns confusion into light. Feel the lattice of the rhythm weaving warmth along my spine. Every shattered inclination finds a moment to refine. ほどけ出す予感さえ glowing gently in the beat, and the rising tone progression shores the ground beneath my feet, breaking past the lingering shadow cast by doubts that held too long. Every muted contradiction rearranges to belong. Tachitukushitata Shingjo softly melts within the breeze, as the fine internal cadence grants the silence room to ease. Through the softened edge of darkness curling slowly around the sky, every shimmer of conviction floats without a need for why. Call the Bataranai gate, loosely scatters in the flow, and the blooming gentler stride. A steady kimi no kodo mother fade beneath the tempered air, and the radiant upward sweeping trims the last leftover scare. Feel the textured surge of courage rising softly in my chest. Every weekend sense of purpose finds a moment to be blessed. Yorisou shizukana yume softly stir with the echo-born progression holds my footing sure and sweet. Breaking deeper through the corridors of quiet I suppressed. Every crack that wants to find me settles mild and repossessed. Iwake wo narabeta hibi solve into the night as the inborn sonic friction realigns my inner sight. Lift the subtle lights meaning nestle low inside my frame. Every slow emerging gesture calls my hesitant self by name. Oko etataki taichi softly drifting through the tone, and the starbound pulse ascension crafts a journey of my own. Through the fading edge of evening, stretching cobalt through the view. Every quiet aspiration learns to pulse and feel renewed. Mata fruit ratanumi light softly glimmers in the air, and the steady rhythmic uplift leads me calmly from despair. Running balance with the calmness that the quiet night sustains. Every rising internal whisper pulls new colors through my veins. Kimi no koe ni mo nitai negai softly shining with the beat, and the starlit pulse ascension sends me forward, warm and sweet. As the twinkle of the dusk line settles softly on my skin, every dim and quiet burden loosens gently from within. Osa ekiren I shinkat like softly ripples in the air, and the shimmering waves of rhythm lift the worries I once bore there. Lift the fragile edge of tension resting faint beneath my ribs. Every misaligned emotion finds a way to read its fibs. Ashikakshita shosoga quietly dissolving through the beat, as a rising crest of Pulseflow helps me settle on my feet. Through the mellow stroke of evening painting azure on the sky, every scattered dash in tension loses strength and passes by. You little boy take high suda softly calibrates in tone, and the fluid sonic layers build a calm that feels my own. Running farther from the remnants of a day that bent my core. Every cautious inclination doesn't cling to me no more. Itsukusena katanegai softly echo in the hum, as the wide ascending cadence leaves old hesitations numb. I don't stagger when the shadows of past strain approach again. Every glowing rim and contour shifts the tremble from my brain. Rumali kakata shinjojo into the cooling air, and the softly lifting pulses trim the remnants of despair. Lift the thin and faded sorrow sliding quietly through my chest. Every inch of muted doubtness finds somewhere new to rest. Korinideki nakata oi blur beneath the tinted sky, as the luminous tonal driftwork sends old heaviness to die. Feel the surging flow of calmness traveling lightly through my spine. Every once clouding conviction starts to shimmer and align. Osho setata showa kek more gently scatter in the beat, and the weaving threads of harmony set my stance more firm and sweet. Breaking gently through the silence where my fears took hold for years. Every doubting nerve harmonic shinkuzen dries from former tears. Kakulate da honshin softly curving in the sound, as the borderless progression keeps my balance safe and sound. Through the stretching frame of nightfall shining faint along the plains, every tired recollection cools and loosens all its chains. Mayoi deta kan oksura drift into the wavering heat, and the glowing sonic landscape pulls me steady, makes me fleet. Running upward with a patience I've forgotten how to keep. Every jaded old assumption folds itself and falls asleep. Takai uchita jonetsu ga lightly stirring in the tone, as the high emerging pulses grant new motion of my own. I don't crumble when the flickers of regret begin to bloom. Every step within the cadence gives me space to hold the room. Mitadoke ladder nakata omoi thins beneath the rolling air, and the upward flowing frequency clears the leftover despair. Lift the soft internal murmur shaped by something I suppressed. Every ripple in the rhythm sets the crooked thoughts to rest. Mitsu itaki nimsai fall beneath the scattered glow, as the steady sonic brushstrokes help my confidence to grow. insight curling warm across my breath. Every slanted recollection breaks its ties with quiet death. Takioseta korakudemo fades into the rising beat, and the blended tones of radiance give my stepping something sweet. Breaking deeper through the narrow gaps where hope was thinly drawn. Every flicker of resilience spreads a different kind of dawn. Tachitomata kimochi ga gently bending in the breeze, as the lumen inner cadence lets resistance slowly ease. Lift the small and fading tremor settled heavy on my stride. Every upward flowing sequence holds a rhythm at my side. Tadakane youngbo sai blur inside the swaying light, and the tempered sonic layers wash my edges into right. Through the quiet reach of evening stretching silver in the view, every buried aspiration finds a reason to renew. Nada fura koto no nai mirai softly hums within the air, and the Luminwave pulse ascension leads me forward from despair. Running balance with the clarity that twilight tends to send. Every tremor in my spirit starts to loosen, break and bend. No okuda tomotta nigai softly tracing with the beat, and the rising waves of radiance carry me ahead complete. As the softened haze of starlight filters gently through the sky, every strained anticipation slowly loose and drifting by. Mune no okuden emu takanjo softly stirs within the breeze, and the shining rise of rhythm turns my tension into ease. Lift the muted chord of pressure sitting quiet in my chest. Every restless bit of worry finds a moment to arrest. Takaekireragata itami melt beneath the glowing air, as the swirling sonic currents brush aside. Through the folding dust that lingers on the outskirts of my mind, every fragment of confusion starts to shift and realign. Iidasenakata omoi quietly threads through the tone, and the glowing pulse ascending builds a will light, running deeper past the remnants where my doubts took root before. Every flicker of resilience slowly pushes through the door. Yurumei takeshi nonga gently forming in the beat, as the soft expanding cadence pulls me firmly to my feet. I don't flinch when echoes from the day recline my fragile spine. Every subtle rhythmic upward keeps the fading thoughts in line. Tokide kakita nozomi even hums within the sweep, and the calm internal pulses nudge the heavier moods to sleep. Lift the thin strands of sorrow tangled faintly in my veins. Every hint of narrow weakness breaks apart and gently wanes. Kasuretan bosai blur beneath the surging flow, as the spread of shining timbers guides the weight I used to know. Feel the glowing thread of motion weaving warmth along my stance. Every subtle intuition finds a rhythm for its dance. Zozo sai shinakata shoujo rising through the night. Illuminating cadence settles every breaking lightly through the memories once pressing in my way. Every dull anticipation slowly shifting muted gray. Toji kometa kanjo ga soften into drifting lines, as the upward spiraling suicides carve out new interior. Hear the gentle arc of darkness trailing silver in the air. Every deep internal struggle subtly loses all its stare. Kaza ni yureta koto to sura dim beneath the tempered heat, and the steady waves of harmony give my wavering pulse a seed. Running steady toward horizons where the pressure fades from view. Every fragment of reflection feels less distant, less askew. Nayami kaketa shoujo softly melts within the sound, as the upward shaded chordbook holds my grounding safe and sound. I don't stumble when the remnants of old fears attempt to speak. Every rising beam of cadence gives my fragile calm a streak. Wasule kaketa shinyan ga gently stirring in the hum, and the layered tonal motion keeps my weakening undone. Lift the subtle flick of courage that had faded to the edge. Every moderated rhythm smooths the cracks within the pledge. Uzumai tatamerai blur beneath the passing breeze, as the broadening tonal spectrum places trembling. Feel the rising threads of insight swirling upward through my bones. Every buried aspiration flickers back within the tones. Tebanashitai kakosai drift beneath the cushion light. Heating internal pacing shapes my vision, breaking deeper into corners where the silence built a nest. Every gentle form of clarity finds room to be expressed. Yomi kiranata eats our resolve the edges with the beat, and the lips my faltering deny. But the cool and fading sadness lying quiet in my chest. Every hint of faded yearning finds a moment to be blessed. すれ違った地高まで blur beneath the rising sheen as a radiant chord expansion clears the shadows left unseen. Feel the gentle surge of insight curling softly through my spine. Every muted contradiction draws a path to realign. 曇りがちな気配さえ tune itself within the beat. And the smooth ascending layers give my stance a steadier seat. Breaking gently past the silence caught by doubts I used to keep. Every crack in old frustration folds itself and sinks to sleep. 心締め付けた痛み drift beneath the glowing tide. As a lifting sonic contour steady currents deep inside. Through the broadening grip the nighttime pulling softly on my bones. Every hesitant assumption grows more quiet in the tones. 言い残したい願い softly flickers in the dusk. And the luminous progression freshens moments once grotesque. Running upward with the courage I believed had dimmed away. Every echo of resistance slowly shifts its tone to gray. 握りしめた弱ささえ scatter under warmy air. As the beat's internal pulses steer me gently from despair. I don't crumble when the fractured recollections call my name. Every blooming sense of motion helps rewire what I claim. Kotoba todo kanakata no saw me softly hums within the glow. And rhymes of harmony tell me where my breath should go. Like a slender band of tension still embedded near my heart. Every flowing sonic ripple helps unravel what will part. Matowari tsuita steady softly sinks into the night. As a bright transforming cadence spreads that calm and subtle light. Feel the deeper waves of clarity spread warmth along my stance. Every flicker of confusion finds its chance to shift and dance. Kasukana yochaga softly glowing through the beat. And the airy tonal scaffold keeps my grounding firm and sweet. Breaking further through the dimness layered thin across my chest. Every half composed emotion finds a quiet place to rest. Kakaeta OBSI unravel in the tempered flow. As the beaming upward rhythm shows the route I need to know. Lift the unregarded whisper circling faint beneath my breath. Every measure in the cadence gives all tension gentle depth. Wasileka ketamina eases softly surfaces in tone. And the warm internal frequency turns uncertainty to known. Through the stretching span of nightfall painted cobalt way above. alone 飾りつかなかった思い Flow beneath the warming sound as a layered synth expansion keeps my grounding safe and sound. Feel the quiet spread of courage climbing softly through my spine. Every fractured line of worry quiets down and realigns. 急びれた願いが humming lightly in the night, and the elevated pulses cast a path of fainter light, breaking slowly past the thresholds where my patience turned to ash. Every overlooked intention gathers form without a clash. 心に残るもやさえ drift across the temper breeze as the cresting waves of cadence clear the doubt with perfect ease. Through the stretch of muted skyway where the colors start to blend, every wavering conviction finds a chance to gently mend. 揺れていた価値観も settle in the subtle glow, and the slowly shifting texture leads the way for me to grow. Running upward with the balance I believed I'd never find. Every crack in my composure leaves it trembling far behind. 飲み込んでた衝動が radiating in the tone as the flux between the measures gives my rhythm space to own. I don't falter when the murmur of the past begins to pull. Every steady pulse of motion makes the tangled thoughts more dull. あの時の色たちも fade beneath the drifting hum, and the softened inner tension finds a place that feels less numb. Lift the soft internal remnants filled in tightly knotted lines. Every spark of vain ambition starts igniting through the signs. させていた疑問さえ wind within the air as the rising sheets of resonance erase what once was there. Feel the gentle inner blooming tracing warmth along my chest. Every image once distorted takes a shape that feels more blessed. 消してしまった記憶が lightly glowing through the beat, and the seamless sonic fusion guides my step to something sweet. Breaking further past the rails stitched across my heavy mood. Every hesitant reflection starts to lose its altitude. 胸奥のかすかな痛み drift beneath the muted light as the ramping waves of rhythm push my shadows out of sight. Lift the thin but steady insight threading deeper through my breath. Every rising micro impulse lays all tension down to rest. 立て直したい気持ち softly merges with the tone, and the upward flowing cadence forms a strength I make my own. Through the wide and quiet evening spanning silver across my view, every pulse becomes a marker pointing towards something new. まだつかめない未来が softly glimmers in the air, and the Skyflux pulse ascension pulls me past the worn out glare. As the softening moon of dust begins to settle in my sight, every quiet fear I carried slowly loses all its bite. 乾いたままの気配も gently shifting in the air, and the low expanding rhythm starts erasing all despair. Lift the trembling notes of pressure woven faintly through my chest. Every distant hint of sorrow finds a momentary rest. 触れられずにいた衝動 though lightly hums within the beat as the blooming synth vibrations pull me gently to my feet. Through the drifting shades of evening layer thin across my skin, every muted hesitation folds itself and draws within. いいそびれた本音が softly waking in the tone, and the rising inner cadence shapes a courage of its own. Running steady past the remnants that I held from early hours. Every lost anticipation gains a flicker of its power. しがみついたじわ感 melt beneath the tempered flow as the shining chord progression shows the path I ought to go. I don't falter when the tired recollections climb my spine. Every tonal reconfiguration leaves their heaviness behind. 心の根さえ抱えた思い drifting out into the night, and the oscillating synth lines bring my doubts into the light. Lift the subtle pull of sadness tapping lightly on my ribs. Every scattered hesitation slowly loosens softly drift beyond the breeze, and the shining inner resonance lets my tightening pressure ease. Lift the faint internal pulse that flickers faintly near my core. Every hint of lost composure doesn't frighten me anymore. For one thing, nakokono moyo blur beneath the gleaming heat, as the intertwining melodies give balance to my feet. Feel the gentle blooming afterglow seep quietly through my skin. Every shuttered aspiration slowly warms and folds within me. I kaketa mirai sigh, flutter, lighten the tone, and the radiant upward motion shows me strength I've always known. Breaking deeper through the lower faded doubts had made their home. Every muted contradiction finds no foothold left alone. Toda esoni okanga softly realigns with time, as the crystalline progression shapes a path that feels sublime. Lift the quiet trills of tension, shining faint against my stance. Every hazy recollection gives my focus room to dance. So shake the kimochi, my best building the cover breeze, and the warm eternal pulses let my breathing find its ease. Fragile sadness calmly softens into fair. Mud of Hurera and Aikibo faintly flickers in my view, and the radiant pulse ascension leads me gently into new. Running lightly with the insight glowing softly in my chest. Every echo of resistance finds a spot to come to rest. Muneo kuden aru pasagana negai, swirling with the beat, and the rising waves of rhythm keep me moving bright and sweet. As the mellow shade of evening starts to settle on my skin, every quiet hesitation gently shifts and pulls me in. Kakahetsuzuke tomadoi softly loosens in the breeze, and the radiant sonic gesture grants my scattered senses ease. Lift the muted streaks of pressure folded deep beneath my chest. Every flicker of frustration finds a softer place to rest. Fusagikonda kehai then will melt into the glowing air, as the upward streaming rhythm smooths away the hidden wear. Through the delicate reflection hanging low across the blue, every muted recollection finds a moment to renew. Lift the slender lines of tension threading downward in my veins. Every gentle sonic movement loosens all remaining chains. No mi komi time of June, then will fade beneath the lifting beat, as the glowing pitch expansion guides my footing to repeat. Feel the warming oscillation traveling through my fragile stance. Every trace of fading courage starts to gather, starts to dance. Olekagogoromayo sort of soften through the shifting air, and the rising stream of harmony dissolves my dull despair. Breaking lightly through the boundary where my doubts begin to root. Every muted expectation finds a sequence to reboot. Moigachi data chakan softly weaves into the theme, as the careful sonic pulses reconcile what used to seem. Through the hush between the measures flowing softly in my chest, every thought that once resisted Lift the subtle echoes trailing at the edges of my stride. Every counter to my progress gently loosens, opens wide. 紛れ込んだ憂鬱も drift beneath the blooming light as the forward driving measure paints a path across the night. Feel the inner pulse ignite and spread its rhythm through my limbs. Every wavering reflection slowly settles, slowly dims. 追い詰められた衝動が soften into higher tone, and the ascending sonic pattern shows a strength I now can own. Breaking deeper past the fragments of a self I used to mask. Every trembling intuition starts to clarify its task. You spin into the forward thread as the cadence of renewal stitches what was left unsaid. Lift the leftover fatigue that clung to corners of my heart. Every fading contradiction loses reason to take part. What's the red dead that catch the glow will calibrate within the sound, and the climbing waves of courage hold me firmly off the ground. Through the gentle lines of starlight hinting at the skyline's rim, the final threads of twilight settle loosely on my face. Every fading line of pressure starts releasing into space. I might at the shoulder, gold are softly swirling in the tone, and the quiet pulse of evening forms a strength I call my own. Lift the softened drag of worry sitting deep behind my ribs. Every whispered contradiction starts to loosen, starts to give. Toda wana da sono fu unfade beneath the drifting beat as the growing waves of rhythm pull me gently to my feet. Through the narrow lanes of starlight stretching subtly in range, every muted inclination shifts its color, starts to change. Kato bani de kinu negai softly hums within the flow, and the upward surging cadence shows the way I need to go. Running further from the remnants of a day that drained my core. Every flicker of confusion doesn't cling to me anymore. She's the main anchor, control quietly begins to rise as the lyrics in progression wipes the static from my skies. I don't stumble when the memories try to tighten at my side. Every measure of the tempo brings me something to confide. Unravel in the balance there, and the resonant progression trims the threads of old despair. Lift a gentle wave of sorrow resting faintly in my chest. Every subtle tonal echo gives my hesitance a rest. Husakata can't hide them all, melt across the bending light as the blowing shifting resonance turns uncertainty to sight. Feel the rising inner current drifting softly down my spine. Every shallow hesitation falling out of its design. Yulenoru kanjo will settle in the tempered heat, and the oscillating rhythm lays a steady step and seed. Breaking softly past the thresholds where my hopes grew thin and gray. Every shallow crack inside me slowly kneads itself away. Hoji konai asashisa softly merges with the sound as the floating lines of cadence lift me gently off the ground. Through the tender hum of nightfall stitching warmth around my mind, every tremor in my thinking finds a form that feels refined. Hori dash jagabo will lightly color in the tone, and the branching sonic texture shape a strength that feels my own. Running upward past the limits placed by hours wearing thin, every flickering ambition finds a smoother place to spin. Tokire kakita catchy softly vibrates in the air as the glowing streams of harmony dissolve what once was there. Crumble when the echoes from the past attempt to pull. Every construction makes my inner vessel full. Nomikome nakata aseri blur away within the tide, and the low and constant pulses keep me anchored deep inside. Lift the understated flutter, tangled tight within my stance. Every shift of sonic pressure gives my courage room to dance. Hokoronda kimochi mellow through the woven breeze as the slowly climbing tempo gives my heavy breath release. Feel the gentle transformation tightening through fragile bone. Every quiet scattered notion draws a path it calls its own. Muki-ai tai negai will flicker softly to the top, and the building waves of cadence never let momentum stop. Breaking deeper past static layer through my earlier fears. Every muted contemplation starts aligning in my ears. Kasulekita jonetsu more organized with vibrant arcs as the coursing streams of synthward pull a glow out of the dark. Lift the thin and tight remnants still embedded in my chest. Every flutter in the rhythm lays the heaviness to rest. Akilame kaketa keshiki softly sways along the beat, and the luminous progression stable as is my retreat. Through the rising lunar shimmer painted slick across the view, every dormant intuition wakes to feel distinctly new. You could eat each of me lights, it quietly begins to warms and sparks into a flame. 言葉にできぬ衝動 softly pulsing with the night. And the vibrant inner frequency pace paints the billies bright, breaking subtly through the thresholds where my hopes felt too confined. Every thread of dull emotion starts to scatter from my mind. たどり着けなかった石 drift along the shining air as the surging tones of harmony turn confusion into fair. Through the sprawling breath of evening stretching cooler as I rise. Every shaded inclination bends beneath the tinted skies. 凍りついた本心 I soften into laid lines, and the forward leaning tempo helps decode forgotten signs. Running upward with the patience scarred from quiet inner strain. Every hesitant conviction starts to organize its chain. こけててゆううつが folding softly in the tone as the shifting sonic textures grant me stances of my own. I don't crumble when the flickers of regret begin to crawl. Every gentle latent impulse keeps my posture from the fall. Louis Saranagata to me drifting off into the heat, and the layered curves of students keep my grounding firm and sweet. Lift the scattered waves of sadness clinging faintly to my stance. Every modulation blooming gives my breathing space to dance. 引き返せなかった感情 blur beneath the glowing breeze. As the guided tonal patterns help my overcrowded ease, feel the subtle transformation threading warmth along my spine. Every fractured vow I carried starts to realign. いいそびれた gurgle softly humming through the beat, and the gently rising cadence helps my hesitation flee. Breaking deeper past the shadows where my doubts had curled to rest. Every wavering interpretation drifts and forms a gentler crest. 閉ざしていた価値観 softly blossoms in the night. As the arch of uplifting shades my inner